Snowcapped. Undercover Sissy Meets a Dominant Woman. By Clover Cox. To my readers, always. Chapter 1. Helen Branch made little time for men in her life. Helen didn't connect with most, because she would rather climb the career ladder than spend time with a man who made her miserable. All of her girlfriends expended an exhausting amount of the energy of chasing boyfriends or imagining weddings Helen doubted half of them would experience. Her friends thought she was cold, but Helen just knew what she wanted. Sometimes Helen wished she could turn back the clock and relive childhood to the fullest. Play more sports. Act less sulky in high school. Take piano lessons seriously. Enroll in a Japanese or French school, so she wouldn't have to struggle with language learning apps. She always forgot the material by the next week. Her parents, who were out of town visiting the beaches of Alabama, had given her plenty of opportunities Helen threw to the wind. Whatever happened, she was here now reminiscing on all she didn't do. Spending her Friday night sitting in front of the dryer watching her clothes tumble. Helen's work life was splendid. She always received glowing reviews from her superiors, worked extra hours for no pay, and went beyond the scope of her job description. She had already been promoted once after just a year with the company. Helen got the job after finishing a 5-year program that ended with her earning a bachelor's and master's degree in engineering. She applied her skills to a job with an automotive research company. Helen didn't love cars, but they offered her employment after one interview. The benefits and pay were fantastic. She could afford to buy her own washer and dryer, but part of her knew she wouldn't for a few more years. Since graduating high school, life had been like a bullet train racing through the countryside. One task led to the next, and she had turned 24 before she knew it. Helen wasn't even sure she loved her career, but there was no turning back now that she had her degree and a mountain of debt to pay. Helen watched the tumbling clothes, feeling as though they were her rolling down a hill into a lake of nothingness. A body of water where she'd lose herself. Float on her back under the beaming sun. Wish for a compatible man to walk into her life. The problem wasn't the lack of men. Random men harassed Helen on an almost daily basis, but she wasn't looking for just any man. Helen needed one she could trust. One that would accept her for the person she was, beneath the outer layer. Helen had dark brown hair she curled most mornings.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?